The final preseason for the Detroit Lions 2021 NFL season just completed against the Colts. And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 players who are winners and 5 players who are losers after this game. Hit the intro. Before we get into the main topic of this video, if you are on Twitter, go ahead and follow me at MicroMike85. I leave my DMs open. Go ahead and add me there, because guess what? There is issues sometimes when it comes to notifications for YouTube. Every time I post a video, every time I do a stream, I do place it on Twitter so everybody can get the content that they want. And, hey, hit me up. Let's talk some Lions football. Not waste any more of your time. Let's get right to the video. A picture sometimes says way more than words, and right now, you see that? That's Jermar Jefferson jumping and hurdling over the defender of the Indianapolis Colts. And Jermar Jefferson played a very good game yesterday at the Colts. He showed that he really wanted to make this roster, and I think he jumped into success into the 53 in this game. He was running fierce, he was running hard, he was juking. He was doing everything he could to make this team. It felt like he was getting 5 yards a carry every single time. Jermar Jefferson, the Lions' 7th-round draft pick, battling for that number 3 spot. It's been a real good battle throughout camp. Craig Reynolds getting up in there, doing well. GODWIN IGWEBUIKE doing well. And now Jermar Jefferson in the final preseason game, I think, in my opinion, solidified him for this team. What does that mean? Potentially that we have our number 3 back in Jermar Jefferson. It is important for the Lions to have a solid running back backfield, and we really do right now. With Jermar Jefferson's help, hopefully the Lions can continue this success in the regular season. We're real close to 15,000 subscribers. Real close. Hit that subscribe button. 54% of you are not subscribed. You might as well. I'm doing all Lions news and rumors, doing live watch parties, live shows, so you don't miss out on Lions content. Hit that subscribe button, and let's get to 15K. Corn Elder came out of nowhere, had a very successful game yesterday. He had an interception. Initially, it looked like it was a pick 6, but he was touched when he got the interception. Nonetheless, a very good play jumping the routes. And again, he almost had another interception, but the ball was poorly thrown. It was actually behind the wide receiver and Corn Elder. This guy was all over the field. He was staying with receivers, and we haven't seen him at all due to the injuries. We picked him up in free agency, expecting him to be the nickel corner. However, Mike Ford came in and done a fantastic job. So the question was, will Corn Elder even make this team? Well, he showed a lot of good in this tape. He gave the coaches a really hard decision here, as he showed a lot of promise. So, will he make the roster? I don't know. It's going to be very difficult, but he definitely showcased his ability versus the Colts to do everything he can to make it difficult for the coaches to decide to cut or keep him. GERONIMO ALLISON came out of nowhere, had some good catches in this game. He seemed like an extreme long shot to make this football team. He wasn't doing so good in camp when I was there, and it seemed like no way he was going to make this roster. However, Breshad Perriman started playing bad, dropping footballs, doing what he does. Victor Bolden had some issues in training camp. Here comes GERONIMO ALLISON in preseason week 3 against the Colts, catching the football and getting those yards. He's got a nice size to him, so, hey, maybe now he has a chance to make the roster. I still think it's a little more difficult, but he does have that prototypical size that you want. He does hands. He caught the football with a lot of drops in camp, with a lot of drops from our wide receivers. To have a guy that can catch a football is needy for this team. He definitely was an absolute winner. Lions like to have a hard-nosed runner, and GODWIN IGWEBUIKE was just that. He was running extremely hard yesterday in the preseason game, and he showed that the Lions can have that bulky back that will gain you those yards. He also has a burst in speed. IGWEBUIKE is converted from a defensive player, come out of nowhere, and does very good. This is outstanding to see. For him as a player, have a chance to make this roster and conversion in camp as a running back. Again, it's going to be difficult. This running back battle has been outstanding. It's going to be hard. But he did everything he could versus the Colts to make a stamp and show, yes, he deserves that roster spot. Felt like he was gaining 5 to 7 yards every carry. I liked his burst Most importantly, I like his physicality. Sometimes you just got to have those brawlers of a back, and he seems like one of those guys. Awesome job, Godwin. Special teams had a fantastic day last night. Matter of fact, the whole preseason, they've done a very good job on all fronts. Jack Fox, we know what he is. He is the GOAT of punters. This guy is one of the best in the NFL, if not the best punter. When it comes to the kicking game, Zane Gonzalez, he took all the kicks yesterday, made the extra points. He was asked to do it, and he did it. Not bad from him. And when it comes to the coverage has been absolutely outstanding. No team seems to be able to run at all when we're either in punt or kick coverage. It's been an absolute upside. It is no different versus the Colts. Absolutely sticky. The special teams continues to be a strong spot for the Detroit Lions. Let's get to 200 likes, folks. Just smash that like button. It's free to do so, easy to do so, and it will push that content out there. Hit that like button. Not everything is rosy. Not everything is peachy. Also got players who did not perform well. Here is 5 losers that I selected for the Lions versus Colts. Injuries were definitely a major loser here. 3 players got injured, and that absolutely stinks. These guys trying to make the roster, and the last thing you want to see is them get injured in a preseason game battling for that spot. First off, Tim Boyle hurt his hand. He was in a cast. That's not good. He's going to miss some time. Not good there. I still think he makes the roster for 3 quarterbacks. I initially thought it'd just be 2. After what I saw in preseason 3, it just seems like they're going 3. But hopefully he can get better and heal his hand up. Logan Stenberg, he went out with an injury. It didn't seem too serious, but still not good. This guy is battling for a backup role for the guard position. We drafted him high last year. You want to see this guy do well, and unfortunately, he got injured. Dan Skipper, the Lions tackle, he's been trying to win the backup role. That one did not look good at all. He had to get carted off. I thought potentially he could make this roster last week. Looks like he probably may go on to IR or an injury settlement or something of that nature. That really sucks for him. I wish no harm upon injuries upon our Detroit Lions, and that is a definite loser for this game. Breshad Perriman is a big loser in this game. He had the ball thrown to him 3 times. Guess what? He dropped it twice, 1 catch. This guy was supposed to come in and be a number 2, and he continues to make drops. It makes you wonder, does he even make this roster? It still would be of a shocker for me for him to not make this roster. But man, oh man, you got to catch the football, and I'm tired of seeing these drops. He does have size. He does have the speed. He was a free agent pickup that they thought that can make him a number 2. But if you ain't catching the football, I don't care how big you are, how strong you are, how fast you are. It means absolutely nothing. It means nothing. You got to catch the football. That is your number 1 job. And making 2 drops in preseason 3 when there's a big battle going on for wide receivers to make this team, he's a major loser in my opinion. Literally, he could have lost his job last night. We'll see when the cuts happen, but he is definitely a loser on this video. The running back cuts. Why is this a loser? Because the running backs have been great. The competition has been awesome. All the running backs have done a great job. All the way down from Jermar Jefferson, Craig Reynolds, Dedrick Mills, GODWIN, IGWEBUIKE. These guys have had a great training camp. These guys had a really good preseason. And it's going to be terrible to see a couple of these guys cut. I don't want to see them cut at all. I love the running back position. I love running the football. And this is a really hard decision for the coaches. Who is going to make this team? And unfortunately, someone good is going to be cut. I'm never happy about that. I don't like that. I'm proud of all the running backs on this team. I'm proud of the running back room. I'm proud of the fight that they did in training camp. I'm proud of the fight that they did in the preseason games. And it's really going to stink that these guys are going to get cut, some of these guys. And when they do, hopefully they make the practice squad. They deserve it. The running backs that get cut deserve to make this practice squad. Victor Bolden, hey, he was a training camp darling. He did everything in training camp to suggest he has a chance to make this roster. Well, preseason came. He didn't really show anything. In this last preseason game, he got targeted, I believe, 1 time. He showed nothing really that is spectacular for the wide receiver core. At this point, he's not making this roster. And considering the hype coming from training camp, considering the love that he was getting, it's a massive fall from grace. Just like Dan Campbell said, some people are training camp warriors, but when they get into the limelight, they tend to not perform well, and that seems to be the case for Victor Bolden. He's not going to make this roster, in my opinion. He is a loser for that. Hopefully, maybe he can get his game up. Maybe he can get better in practice. Who knows? Next year, compete for a roster spot again. You already know who's last here, folks. You already know who's last. Jahlani Tavai. He did nothing in this preseason game to suggest he should make this team. Matter of fact, he's done nothing in all preseason games to suggest he should make this team. Anthony Pittman looked better than Jahlani Tavai in this game. Anthony Pittman shown more promise than a former second-round draft pick in Jahlani Tavai. I don't know what else to say here. Again, it's kicking a dead horse. Jahlani Tavai proved nothing in preseason 3 to suggest he's did anything. Yeah, he ran up and did a decent blitz. That was it. There's nothing more to say about Jahlani Tavai at this point. He's not shown anything in training camp, anything in preseason. And the final game, where possibly it could be his last game in a Lions uniform, he didn't do anything spectacular. So, to me, that's a massive loss. He's a massive loser. And we'll see if he makes this roster. In my opinion, he should not make this roster. A lot of better players out there. Even Tavante Beckett did better than him. He would deserve more of a roster spot than Jahlani Tavai. We'll see, but massive loser. Videos will be dropping every single day. Expect a video to come out of my 53-man roster final prediction, who I have making this team tomorrow. Should be a very good video. Also, we got the One Pride podcast on my channel at 6:30 every single Thursday. Anytime there's breaking news or news, come to my channel. I will drop a video about it. As soon as we hear about the 53, I will make a video about that and give you my indications of what I think is good and bad, everything about that. Also, we got the live watch party versus the San Francisco 49ers Week 1. Come back live. It's going to be an awesome, awesome live stream. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out.